Alright, what can I say? Back from the Alps. This was gross. I'm very sorry. Yeah, these are the habits and the manners, the mannerisms that we're talking about for the podcast interview. And so I'm cracking deals here locally with a little bit of maca that is dissolved in ginger salt tea, a different water every time. And we're gonna go running on Saturday. Great information. We make it events. The trooper ladder we're going to sell. We're going to trade that in for some suits or for cash. For cash, 200 soles. That's what I want from that. And so, yeah, 200. 200. $200. Or we trade that in for some goods, some higher goods, meaning either maca powder or getting up tomorrow and figuring that out, how to transfer the money from my PayPal into my Peruvian bank account. Hello, I have the following question now. So I am finally starting to make money in Peru and I'm getting paid through PayPal, which is connected to my interbank bank account. And so I have my business set up and now I'm ready to deposit some of that money into my Peruvian bank account. And so, how is that done with Interbank? That my PayPal can be automatically withdrawn from the bank. I've set this up in PayPal already, I have the bank account connected. But how would that work from the tax side of things? Because right now the business is on hold, it's temporarily deactivated. And I'm asking myself how we will do that in order to reactivate that and have my taxes all tracked once I now start actually receiving payments. So how do I deposit this money into my bank account, my interbank business bank account, and be able to withdraw it and then set myself up with the right tax documentation? So whenever I have my invoices, I probably keep a copy of that. And then one other thing, I was paid for some winning a competition, and so I didn't invoice them. They just PayPal'd me through the PayPal me link. I think that should be no problem for the tax return at the end of the year. And when is it in Peru? When do I have to file all of the year's taxes for the business and the income that I've made? Thank you very much. Okay, that makes a whole lot of sense. Thank you very much for explaining this to me. And now let's please proceed with helping me structure the plan that I have in order to make more income so that I can swiftly and as fast as I can make some extra income and then start setting up the tax structure again and reactivate the Rook. Because I've already gotten invoices for March, February, and even January this year, and my Rook was deactivated. Now, I didn't have any income into my bank account, into my business bank account, that is. I had a few into my personal bank account from some things that I sold, from money that I got from an inheritance. So I've declared the inheritance, I went to the bank, that was all cleared, no problem. And so then I bought a whole lot of things and I stored them. And then I sold them back, and that money was being deposited into my bank account, but my personal one. And so at the end of this tax cycle in Peru, I would like to go through all of the receipts in the way that I've done it the best that I could, of filing everything away. And declare my taxes, obviously, because now that, I have my residency, I want to make sure that I declare the taxes in the correct way for all of these sales that I've made with the goods that I bought from the money of the inheritance, right? So that went into my personal bank account. That probably I need to do a little bit of explaining and apologizing, but I'm a first-time founder and was a little bit chaotic, so it's all okay. But that I clear this out this year and actually start finding my tax paying and invoicing routine for taking in money. Exactly. And so yeah, the invoices into my PayPal that is connected to the business bank account have already been coming from January, February, and March. And so is that a problem? And how would I declare that? So I'm looking into making like a few more sales, 3 or 4 more, so I have really my income established, and then I will have to pay another 200 soles every month, right, in order to keep the business up and running. And so I want to take this into account, these $50 monthly that will leave my account just to pay for the infrastructure of being able to do that. But I also want to set myself up now that I actually monthly, even if I need to declare my taxes, if that's necessary for every month. And so please walk me through that with all of the information that I gave you. Thank you. So you said I need to have a boleta, like a BOLETA, for every PayPal invoice that I send to my client. How would I withdraw that in Spanish into and include that into my taxes? So once per month, as I understand, I would have to go to the SUNAT and declare all of the invoices that I've written and their Spanish equivalent. How would I easily do this? How are other expats doing this who are making money and being paid via PayPal? And if I now also track my expenses, my business expenses that I've already paid for many months, and I can pull all of this out of my bank statements, I will be able to deduct them from the taxes that I would need to pay? Walk me through this, please. How can I put business expenses in the way that I can deduct that and basically get that money refunded? How would that work? Thank you. So did I understand this right, that now then my monthly routine will really be to go there once per month and declare my taxes and pay then about 20% of everything that I've received as revenue this month? But this can be then reduced by declaring the deducible taxes. And so if I buy software and it appears in my personal bank account, I should rather put my business bank card into it so that I can track these expenses with a business card, right? That would make it easier to then file that as deductible income, correct? And how would I then deduct Facebook ads and Google ads, for example? How would that be? And is it really true that I will need to pay 18% plus 1.5 to 3% of everything that I am earning? 18% and a little bit? And I have to pay this every month, or do I then have to pay this once per year? How is it? I think I'm in this special regiment I was saying, because I am basically doing online coaching services, right? So that means when I right now go ahead and implement my plan of reactivating my rook number, I will then need to pay the taxes right away every month or at the end of the year. How does it work then?